Good morning everyone. Welcome in the online lecture session of class 12 of subject physics. Today we will discuss the second topic, mechanical properties of fluids. This topic is divided into three parts. First part is static fluid. Static means fluid is at rest. Fluid is at rest with respect to a container, and in this part we will discuss some properties of fluid when fluid is at rest. Second part is related to an important property of a liquid called surface tension. And also in this part we will discuss viscosity of fluids. Third part is related to dynamic fluid. Here dynamic means fluid is in motion, and in this part we will discuss some laws of fluid, some types of law of fluid when fluid is in motion. So now let's start this topic. Let us recall the states of matter. These are solid, liquid, gas and plasma. Out of these three states, solid, liquid and gas, solid has a definite shape and volume. Even when an extremely large force is applied on a solid, it nearly maintains its shape and volume. If we consider liquids, liquids has a definite volume, but they don't have their own shape. If we consider gases, gases don't have definite volume as well as they don't have their own shape. That means liquids and gases don't have their own shape. They take the shape of containing vessel, and due to this liquids and gases flows when external force is applied on them. Any substance that can flow is called as a fluid. As liquids and gases flows under the action of an external force, they collectively called as a fluid. So now let us discuss in detail about fluid. Fluid means any substance that can flow. Liquids and gases flows under the action of an external force, therefore they are called as a fluid. Fluid is a substance which deforms continuously under the action of an external force. Now, what is meant by here deformation? Deformation means change in shape and size. Fluid is a phase of matter which includes liquids, gases and plasmas. Shear modulus of fluid is 0. Now what is meant by shear modulus? Shear modulus is related to changing shape of a body. In 11th class you have studied three types of modulus of elasticity. These are Young's modulus, which is related to change in length, bulk modulus related to change in volume and modulus of rigidity related to change in shape. Fluids don't have their own shape. They take the shape of containing vessel, and that's why their shear modulus or modulus of rigidity is 0. Behavior of fluids can be studied by introducing the concept of an ideal fluid. Ideal fluid possess some properties. So let us see what are the properties of ideal fluid. First property is fluid is incompressible. That means fluid should not be compressed. Its density remains constant. Rho is the density. Density is mass per unit volume. If mass of the fluid is kept fixed, its volume is kept fixed, then density remains constant, it does not changes. Second property, flow of fluid should be irrotational. That means flow of fluid should be steady. It should be a ordered, disciplined, means streamlined flow of a fluid. There should not be any turbulences when fluid flows. Third property, that fluid is non-viscous. That means viscosity of the fluid is 0 and there should not be a internal friction between different layers of the fluid when it flows. Fourth property, flow should be a steady flow. That means velocity of flow of a fluid remains constant at each point in a given time when fluid flows. So these are the properties of ideal fluid. Now let us discuss about difference between solid and a fluid. Difference between solid and fluid. First point, solid can be subjected to a shear stress. It is also called as tangent shear stress and normal stress. Now, shear stress is related to change in shape of a body. This diagram represents shear stress. Here, there is a one of the face of the cube, which is A, B, C, D. AB layer of the face of the cube is kept fixed and a tangential force F is applied to the upper layer CD of the cube, and due to this tangential force, upper layer gets shifted to the new position C dash D dash, and then there is a change in shape of face of the cube, which is A, B, C dash, D dash. This is the shear stress, and this diagram represents normal stress. Normal stress can be a compressive stress and tensile stress. In compressive stress, we see that forces acts on the body in inward direction, and due to that force, stress produced in that body is called as compressive stress. And this diagram represents tensile stress. In tensile stress, forces acts on the body in outward direction. Now for fluids, ideal fluids can be subjected to a normal compressive stress. Now consider second point. Solid opposes shear stress by developing a restoring forces within them. When any external force is applied on solid, then within the solid internal restoring forces are developed, and these forces opposes the change in shape and size of the solid. In case of a fluids, internal restoring forces doesn't present. Most of the fluids offers very weak opposition to the deformation, and real fluids which possess some viscosity, they can be subjected to a low level of a shear stress. So this is the difference between solid and fluid. Now let us consider a small surface at rest within a fluid. So let area of this surface is dA. If this surface doesn't accelerate, that means its acceleration is 0, then fluid surrounding this surface exerts a equal normal force dF on both sides of this surface. So here dF is the force exerted by a fluid surrounding this surface, and this force acts on both sides of this surface. Now let us consider the next point, properties of fluids. First property, they do not oppose deformation. They get permanently deformed. That means when external force is applied on a fluid, they get deformed. The changes which takes place on the application of external force in fluid are permanent, and that's why they get permanently deformed. Second property, they have ability to flow. They can flow. That means when external force is applied on the fluids, they flows from one point to the another point. Third, they take the shape of containing vessel. Fluids don't have their own shape, and that's why they take the shape of containing vessel. Means if they are immersed in any shape of vessel, they take the shape of that containing vessel. Fluid exhibit these three properties because fluid do not possess shear stress when it is at static equilibrium. So this is all about fluids. Now let us discuss the next point, fluids at rest. Here let us see first what is meant by hydrostatic. Hydrostatic means it is a branch of physics which deals with study of properties of fluids at rest. Under this article, fluids at rest, we will discuss some properties of fluid when it is at rest.